Hi everyone, it's Fitz with your daily delivery. Hope you're well. I'm good despite being past my bedtime. I just finished up watching Washington and Texas, a surprise ending. I thought Texas would pull it out after Washington screwed up their possession, but nope, here we are. Washington is playing for the national championship against Michigan, and the big reason is quarterback Michael Penix Jr. He was my top vote on my Heisman ballot, and I think a lot of people who didn't put him there now are regretting that decision. But how does Penix, a great veteran quarterback, probably the first pick in the draft, who's being compared to Patrick Mahomes, how does he compare to Avery Johnson, Kansas State's freshman quarterback? I know it's not easy, but we're going to give it a shot. Please remember, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're about to pass 12K. You folks are amazing. If you subscribe right now off this video, I'll love you forever. I'm going to love you anyhow, but it'll just be a little more. On with the DD, and Avery Johnson is, kind of a player with as much promise as we've ever seen play at Kansas State. His upside is just unfathomable. And when I watch Michael Penix Jr. throw the ball, I kind of think of where Avery could be. Now, we're talking about a quarterback who just had his first career start. And in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which he won, and he played a big role in that victory, he was below 50% passing. Michael Penix is up in the high 60s or 70% of throwing the ball, and he ain't doing it by nickel and diming it. He's throwing it downfield in a very aggressive passing attack. So how do they compare? That's what I'm talking about right now. And I can see a lot of Avery in the way Penix throws the ball. And I see a lot of Avery in Penix's background, some of it flattering and some of it not. Most notably for me is the fact that he started at Indiana, and he was a star at Indiana, and he put Indiana football back on the map, and then he went into the transfer portal and ended up at Washington playing for a team with more money, more NIL advantages, and now he's going to literally play for a national championship. That's something to guard against as Avery Johnson develops. They're going to come after him, and if you know that going in, you'll be better prepared. K-State needs to load up the NIL to make sure Avery stays at home in Kansas, because Washington was one of his suitors. He was one of his 3 official visits. Washington saw the comparisons, I think, immediately between what they had in Penix and what Avery could be. It's amazing. But here's an advantage to Avery. Avery's a much better runner. Now, maybe Penix can run the ball, and he did a little bit in the second half of this game, but he averaged 32, maybe 34 carries a game in the last 2 seasons at Washington, in the year. So about 3 or less a game. And we know Avery's going to be more than that. And a lot of those runs, of course, were actually sacks or pressures or something like that. They didn't use him a lot in the quarterback run game. He also stayed healthy. So that's something notable. So if Avery can throw the ball effectively, maybe he would run less. We don't know. We'll find out as Avery's career progresses. But I watch Penix play, and I see the upside of Avery Johnson, where he could be, with a whole new layer of running threat put on top. Because Avery is one of the fastest guys in college football. He's certainly the fastest on the K-State team. There's a lot of promise there for Avery Johnson. We're only just beginning. But can he rise to the highest level of college football and be a finalist for the Heisman Trophy? Yes. Will he win it? Well, we've learned the lesson that no matter how good he is, like Michael Penix was this year, if there's a decent SEC quarterback on a team that struggled to win 8, 9 games, he's probably going to win it. That's just the way college football is nowadays. But I'll take Avery if he comes up to be anything like Penix. That dude can play.